Nigga, I fucked her like 3 days ago. 4 days ago. Bro, I'm on broadcast talking. But for real, nigga, I will kill myself, nigga. I swear to God, I would. I would kill myself. They said I couldn't abort the bitch.
They said that?
No, nigga.
Not all the time. No? I thought it was illegal.
Nigga, this bitch, what if she? No, I'm actually scared, nigga. I didn't know, nigga. There's no way, nigga. There's no way, nigga.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Get your foot down, nigga. You're always cheating.
Always, nigga. You're always cheating, and you know that. I got a shitty quarterback.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State.
Yeah.
And he's going to get this one across
hit my
the
nigga like
30-yard
that?
line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for something.
Bro, come on. Do I got to double him every time?
Chris Jones,
do I got to double him
right
every
up
time?
The gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. So much for coming out throwing, as it leads to an early second down and long.
It's fucking annoying.
No. Hey, I said that.
Here's
Bro,
Cousins.
He's already in there.
That'll be complete to Cook.
He's already fucking in
Nice
there.
pick up there,
No,
19
fuck you.
yards.
You have a good ass
And they're
fucking
set
nigga.
up better for third.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case,
well, that light's kind of glary. That light on. Dude,
Marcel,
Marcel, why is he in every play? I'm about to quit this right now.
Chris Jones,
he has 2 sacks already.
Able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening.
That fucking
and no matter
tackle.
what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect
Bro, that's
brother
annoying.
back there,
like
right?
he gets in every
it's just
play.
so difficult for them.
It's not even you.
It's
him getting in every play.
When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task. In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that, because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Setting up the screen for Cook. Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 63 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I angled the right stick outside. I angled it outside. Fuck you. That's why you're not doing shit on fucking offense either. Bitch. Come on, bitch. You ain't rolling out at all, bitch. Fuck is you talking about, bitch? You ain't rolling out at all, nigga. Have fun in the pocket, nigga. And if you score out of the pocket, good for you, nigga. Fuck you.
Fielded about a yard deep.
You ain't gonna have 5 to bid.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Nah. No, fuck you. You're a piece of garbage. Know that. You're nothing out the pocket.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and
really
10 at their own 23.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah.
faces.
Yeah. Let's get it, nigga. Come on, nigga. Come on. Come on, come on. Come on.
I'm not sure that you'd call it trick play, but it definitely showed some
Get his ass!
I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Let's get it.
Results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time.
None of that, nigga. None of that. No Mahomes out of the pocket either. Come on, nigga.
Might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He's gonna run. I didn't get my
Third and
container.
long. It's Mahomes. Flushed out right.
Get his ass. Fumble. Give me that.
The Vikings pick up the football.
Fuck no, it wasn't the bear. Nigga, I was a cover 3 sky nickel, big nickel, nigga.
When I see a play like that,
Nigga, I wanted you to run up the middle. I didn't have time to put my middle linebacker on a spot, or else he'd have hammered you off the rib.
is it worth it at that point?
Yeah, I'll take a
Wherever
field goal
you're
here
going
too,
to
nigga.
pick up,
Yeah.
take the hit,
You know who's getting the ball.
and in this case,
You know who's getting the
lose
ball,
football.
nigga.
So should have gone
Come
down.
on.
I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's
You know who's getting the ball?
You're exactly right.
Yeah. You know who's getting the ball, nigga?
Analyze it, but I think ultimately you gotta look at
We're gonna
it
keep
as a
feeding this
first
beast
option.
too,
Taking
nigga.
care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it.
We're gonna
Don't
keep
worry
feeding
about
this
it anymore.
beast, nigga.
That
Right up the
good for
gut,
22,
nigga. 23
first
zone
down.
open.
At this stage of the game, the run pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. One rushing, one receiving touchdown.
Did she give it to my grandma, her, and Veronica?
Carries the ball in the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
And nice work on the return as he'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
You don't know what it is.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a man who really came on late last year. It's Damian Williams. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelce on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he's going to keep it here. And out of bounds right around the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. It's Hill. Complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. a 20-yard touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Minnesota Vikings coming back out as they get the football here. It's been over 4 decades since the Vikings played in the Super Bowl, and you don't know if this is going to be the year that they get back, but there has not been a lot of talk about this Minnesota team. A double-digit win season and a lot of good teams in this comp. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Yellow, are you on, Eddie? Check, watch the before, Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Bro.
First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Mahomes, dancing to his left. He'll try and run it.
Why can no one get him?
Just inside the 25-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well.
I want you to just come the fuck on.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
What are you talking about? What are you even talking about, bro?
KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Check 13.
Do you think he got to figure it out?
Hey, watch it. 150.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down Vikings. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
You really do just think I'm stupid.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Alpha. 56. Check 56. 2.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook.
I really didn't.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Okay, I didn't see that. I did not recall a quick call.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal.
I did not really want to.
Bailey's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now we see Sammy Watkins getting ready to go again on offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Mahomes now on first down. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively. Here to start the third quarter. Mahomes now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, his second sack of the night. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shamar Stephen in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. On third down, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak. Tackle attempt.
Watch the slack. SOS. Hey, no, easy.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Flush to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Cousins. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way down the field, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
Well, what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shamar Stephen able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
The amount of sacks that they've...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Reggie Ragland, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. They go play action here on first down. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Mahomes throwing complete there to Robinson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. The tight end, Kelsey, was the intended target. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. They run it again with Cook. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one, despite the hit.
Cook stripped, the ball's out. Second and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game. And the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games? As a runner, you're going through a pile. People are raking at the football all the time. Your hand... take a beating, okay? And to be able to still go out and catch the football in open field after going through that guy's dynamite.
He's been dynamite in this game so far. We'll see. Defensively, if they have an answer, because they need to come up with something. They start the drive with Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Call that a very strong gain of 24. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you say 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And that might